Welcome students, this is the continuation of Unit 4. Today we are going to learn about types of current. Types of current. There are two distinct types of electric currents that we encounter in our everyday life. Direct current DC and alternating current AC. Let us learn them one by one. Direct current. We know current in electrical circuits is due to the motion of positive charge from higher potential to lower potential or electron from lower to higher electrical potential. Electrons move from negative terminal of the battery to positive terminal of the battery. Battery is used to maintain a potential difference between the two ends of the wire. Battery is one of the sources for DC current. The DC is due to the unidirectional flow of electric charges. Some other sources of DC are solar cells, thermocouples, etc. Many electronic circuits use DC. Some examples of devices which work on DC are cell phones, radio, electric keyboard, and electric vehicles, etc. The graph depicting the direct current. The direct current is due to the unidirectional flow of electric charges. Next, alternating current. If the direction of the current in a resistor or in any other element changes its direction alternately, the current is called an alternating current. Here the direction of the current changes alternately. So it is called an alternating current. The alternating current varies sinusoidally with the time. This variation is characterized by a term called as frequency. What is frequency? Frequency is the number of complete cycle of variation gone through by the AC in 1 second. That is number of complete cycle in 1 second. In AC, the electrons do not flow in one direction because the potential of the terminals vary between high and low alternately. Thus, the electrons move to and fro in the wire carrying alternating current. So, it is diagrammatically represented in the figure. So, this is waveform of AC. So, the electrons move to and fro in the wire carrying alternating current. Domestic supply is in the form of AC. When we want to use an electrical device in DC, then we have to use a device to convert AC to DC. So the device used to convert AC to DC is called rectifier. So rectifier is used to convert AC to DC. When we want to use an electrical device in DC, we need this device. It is called with several names like battery eliminator, DC adapter, and so on. Then the device used to convert DC into AC is called inverter. So rectifier convert AC to DC, inverter convert DC to AC. The symbols used in AC and DC circuits are shown in figure. DC circuit symbol, then AC circuit symbol. So here the frequency is 1 complete cycle in 1 second. Next, advantages of AC over DC. The voltage of AC can be varied easily using device called transformer. So transformer is used to vary the voltage of AC. The AC can be carried over long distances using step-up transformers. By using step-up transformers, the AC can be carried over long distances. Then the loss of energy while distributing current in the form of AC is negligible. Then direct current cannot be transmitted as such because the loss of energy compared to DC, AC is negligible. Then the AC can be easily converted into DC and generating AC is easier than DC. So here AC can be converted into DC and generating AC is also easier than DC. Then AC can produce electromagnetic induction which is useful in several ways. So these are the important advantages of AC over DC. Then advantage of DC: electroplating, electrorefining and electrotyping can be done only using DC. Then electricity can be stored only in the form of DC. So these are the advantages of DC. So in India, the voltage and frequency of AC used for domestic purposes 220 volt and frequency 50 Hz respectively, whereas in United States of America it is 110 volt and 60 Hz. Next, dangers of electricity and precautions to be taken. So the following are the possible dangers as far as electric current is concerned: damaged insulation, overload of power sockets, inappropriate use of electrical appliances, environment with moisture and dampness, beyond the reach of children. First one, damaged insulation. Do not touch the bare wire. Use safety gloves and stand on insulating stool or rubber slippers while handling electricity. So remember, do not touch the bare wire. Use safety gloves and stand on insulating stool or rubber slippers. Then overload of power sockets. Do not connect too many electrical devices to a single electrical socket. Next, inappropriate use of electrical appliances. Always use the electrical appliances according to the power rating of the device like AC point, TV point, microwave oven point, etc. So use the electrical appliances according to the power rating. Next, environment with moisture and dampness. Keep the place where there is electricity out of moisture and wetness as it will lead to leakage of electric current. Next, beyond the reach of children. The electrical sockets are to be kept away from the reach of little children who do not know the dangers of electricity. So these are the dangers of electricity and precautions to be taken. Resistance of a dry human body is about 1 lakh ohm. Because of the presence of water in our body, the resistance is reduced to few hundred ohm. Thus, the normal human body is a good conductor of electricity. Hence, precautions are required while doing electrical work. Students, hope you all understood about types of current and their advantages. Thank you.